What's going on, everybody? So, something I like to kind of talk about, and with my journey of lifting and things that I learned, and on the standpoint of information, uh, how people take in information, and how when they try to do some of the things that any of the information that anybody put out, okay, and how that typically have worked in my observation. And I know, like I said, I'm the type person that pick up on patterns. That's a blessing and a curse. But like these critique videos that I've been putting out. My biggest thing is showing the things that are happening that's bringing down or messing up the lift or the integrity of the actual lift and the breakdown and all that good stuff. The reason why I'm doing that is because it allows people to be aware of what's going on and seeing the effects of those miscues or little bad habits that actually, come from it. And if you really pay attention to that information, there's a lot of information that I give, okay, in that information, okay. It's never going to be a direct. I'm not going to say it's never going to be a direct answer, but I don't like to give direct answers because of the fact that when you give people anybody, when you give somebody a direct answer and people taking that answer, they will try it, okay, or they will think about it and then they will relate it to an opinion, okay, before they even allow time for things to work out or work through, okay. And when you relate something to as an opinion, then it's a lot of times shunned off to the side or pushed off to the side. Not saying that people don't give things time to work, but the thing is the fact that when you give something to somebody, they don't learn it. They don't take it. You have to experience. In order to learn something, you have to experience it. So when I'm training somebody one-on-one, my job is to, one, make them feel what I feel. So the way that happens is one, we have dialogue, okay, right? We talk about it. We get the understanding of what's good, what's bad. Then two, I got to make them feel what I've been talking about, okay? Make them feel what I feel, okay? And once I can get them to feel that, then they have experienced it, okay? So you talked about it, then you experienced it. So now you are able to search for that same feeling, to where you know it's right, okay? And once you get better at searching for that feeling and hitting it more and more frequently, then you can go and look at a video and say, okay, we talked about the dialogue. Now I know how it feels. Now I can look at it when I hit it the way I'm supposed to, okay? Then I can say, that's how you do it, okay? So that's the process of learning. One of the processes of learning, okay? That's how things typically work out. But if you sit there and say, okay, he said this or he showed this, okay, and you do it, all right, you don't know what I felt. You have no idea what I felt. It may look exactly like what I have done, but you have no idea what I felt. An example that I give, which is kind of sexual, is like porn, okay? You can sit there and watch porn, you be like, oh man, that looks good, you know what I mean? But you don't know what they feeling in that video as far as porn, okay? Because of the fact that they are actors, the guy could be raw, the girl could be raw. I mean, you don't know what they're feeling. It may look pleasurable, but you don't know what they're feeling. So that's what I'm trying to do with these videos is allow you to see the problems, okay? And then go back and troubleshoot for your own, okay? Go back, troubleshoot for your own and try to feel what feels better. So when you're going through these movements, you be like, okay, that felt a little off, that felt a little different, you know what I mean? But it's still going to be a hard process because one, if you have been lifting and doing a certain movement, okay, and creating little bad habits, then it's not just bad habits that you're creating. You're creating muscle function habits, okay? So you're gonna be tighter and tighter in certain areas to where when you're doing something right at first, it's not gonna feel right because your muscles have been formed to do this habit, okay? So it takes time, okay, for you to reform and restruct your musculature functioning, okay? Even if that, I guess you could say it like that. But that's what I'm getting at, is giving you these looks so you know what's wrong or what's going on, because of a definite, you have to go down from point A to point B, a straight line. That's something that you're supposed to and you need to do, because everybody know point A, point B is efficient, okay? So I'm giving you these looks and showing you what takes you away from this point A, point B guideline, so you can troubleshoot and find it for yourself and get to look at it yourself and say, okay, I'm still off. All right, so you can find out. Yes, I'm gonna give some information, some good information as far as this is right, this is wrong, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. But I believe the first step is to give people time to actual troubleshoot and experience before giving an answer, because that answer that you give right off will immediately be put into the opinion background or opinion category. All right, so that's what I'm doing. I say it in my descriptions to where I want y'all to think and troubleshoot, because that's where you're gonna find the real information. I can tell you a bunch of bullshit, okay? Just like everybody's been telling a bunch of bullshit, but I'm giving you the option to experience, okay? And then I'm waiting for better questions, because the information I'm giving, it's brand new, okay? Go and troubleshoot and bring me back some gold questions, because questions is where true answers come from, okay? Because of the troubleshooting that you're doing, okay? You're sitting there breaking apart, throwing away the trash, and simplifying your look at these movements or whatever, the information, okay? So that's what I really want people to really think about, is don't ever ask for a direct answer, okay? Because of the fact that you're going to put that direct answer into that opinion category once it does not work the first 2 times, 3 times, maybe even 10 times, okay? The first thing that I see when I'm training somebody who has been powerlifting, okay, have a powerlifting background, they sit there and get frustrated immediately because their whole posterior chain is overdeveloped. And you're like, oh, it don't work. But once I get to work with them some time, they feel what they're supposed to feel. They're like, oh shit. I call it the aha moment or the light bulb moment. It's because of the way you've been developed, okay? You're not going to feel it right off. But understand that you need to experience. That's true knowledge, is the to experience. Okay? It's not getting an answer, okay, and going after it and thinking, okay, well, he said this, that's true. No, don't believe me. Experience it, okay? Experience it. So that's what I want y'all to understand. I am going to give some good direct answers before I put out this book. The book is going to lay it all out for you. But I just don't want people to sit there and jump on my boat. I just don't want people to sit there and do it and don't give it a chance either. So really think about it, and if you really want to be the best person, it's all about troubleshooting, okay? It's all about troubleshooting. I'm just giving you guidelines that I know for a fact, okay, that is universal, not just in powerlifting, but MMA, gymnastics, karate, boxing, running, everything, okay? I break it down to the ballistic, non-ballistic, straight movements, how our body's made, and go even deeper to the muscular, why the skeletal system is set up the way it is, and why the muscular system is set up the way it is, and so forth, so on and so forth. So, and then I get into the mental and spiritual aspect of it as well, so you can look at it as a whole. So really go and try and troubleshoot with the looks that I give you, and try to understand it deeper for yourself, and not just jump on the board that jump on board with the information that I'm giving. I'm giving you that opportunity to find the truth on your own. So hopefully this makes sense. I'll see y'all guys later, and I am out.